Is CXL worth it? CXL is pretty darn awesome. Some content is slightly outdated, some of it is a drag, but other than that, I think the growth marketing mini degree and all access pass is superb. I am Khushi Runkar. I am a growth marketer working for SaaS and e commerce companies. I discovered my passion for growth marketing in 2018. Since then, I have completed over 60 online courses across Reforge, Coursera, DataCamp, HubSpot, Copy Hackers, Foxwell, CTC, like you name it, and I've pretty much at least looked at it. If after watching this video you realize that CXL isn't right for you, I also have an interactive list of growth marketing growth product courses that you can filter for content preference, budget, seniority, and take a look around if any of them fit your use case. It's been 3 years now since I've completed CXL's growth marketing mini degree. And so far, I've managed to work for some of the um, best minds in the world. These are some of the reviews that I have received. And you can even look at my portfolio to see some of the work that I have done. Um, okay, top to bottom, what is the review of Conversion Excel's growth marketing courses? CXL's beginner courses were more actionable than the advanced courses I took from Google Academy. Their all access pass is a little pricey and maybe an opportunity cost for some of you. Most of the teachers at CXL are good at both their work and their teaching, but some teachers, one or two of them, are good at what they do, but their teaching styles did not suit me. You should know the certificate requirements before you sign up. CXL does not take the quality of their education lightly. And I compared this with 60 plus courses, some worth even $4,000, and some completely free that I have taken. You need to get 90% of the questions right to pass, and the questions are tricky. But it is one of but it is actually one of the best entry level courses out there. The videos are incredibly well edited and concise. There's 0% rambling. I have benefited greatly from their training at my job and consistently impress my colleagues by just applying the learnings. Every video has a transcript. Every video in CXL has a transcript that you can search. Most lessons come with downloadable slides, lots of templates, and a lot of reading material. The instructors share everything that they've got without any hesitations. But this is what an instructor at CXL told me. He said, CXL is very tactical. Some courses are also very beginner friendly. Some, of course, are good courses, but overall, Reforge is far more advanced, which is another course that I have taken. He also recommends that Growth Mentor is a good option for learning. So, what should you do? I don't really want to confuse you, but it is what the industry believes. CXL is tactical. It will get you started in the field and you won't find a better library anywhere else. Top experts in the industry, including the head of growth marketing at Loom, which was sold for around $1 billion, and an executive in residence at Reforge, reviewed my resume. They noticed CXL and praised its credibility. You're completing a 100-hour course that shows hard work, and your efforts will not be in vain. CXL is better than free courses and some of the paid courses. There are some things that I regret. First, I was on Peep's mailing list for quite a while, and I wish I had decided to take their courses earlier like much earlier rather than taking the free courses on Google with their analytics and AdWords. CXL is far superior. Um, it is even better than some of the paid courses like Growth School. Growth School was turned out to be a scam, and I had spent like $300 on it. But CXL is not for everyone. CXL is not for you. Probably not for you if you have no experience in marketing. A basic foundation in marketing is necessary to make the most out of this course. If you're a founder trying to learn marketing instead of hiring someone else, please don't do that. CXL is too intense. Hire a marketer, a consultant, or even a mentor. This course isn't for you if you just want a certificate, even though you do get one. This course is for you if you want to get ridiculously good at data driven marketing. Fourth, if you're not technologically savvy, growth marketing as a field is like requires you to learn, like requires you to pick up a lot of skill sets very quickly, especially on the internet. So if you're not comfortable with technology, it's probably not going to be a good bet for you. Another reason when another time when CXL will not be a good fit for you is if you're too senior in your marketing career and you already know your way around most of the stuff. Or if you want to specialize, say, in Google Ads, then CXL may not be the right choice. You're better off trying to go for a specialized course like growth Gautier Ads. You can also view a list of all the courses that I've taken on my site. Um, to just look for any specialized courses. If you've like resonated with two of any of those six reasons, please reconsider before investing your time and energy. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit in the next snippet. So there are some other important details, and I'm just doing a brain dump on you. They give you access to a Facebook group. CXL shifted between a circle.so community and a Facebook community. So not sure if any of them are still active today, but they were when I was taking the course. The Facebook community really helped me back in 2020. But today I have like 10, 20 Slack channels to get help. So it's not that useful, but back then it was really useful and I would get answers pretty quickly. CXL usually runs some sort of deals. Earlier, they had like a lifetime access deal. Right now, they have a Black Friday deal. They've even had like buddy programs. I usually get emails from the team whenever they're running a promotion, and I try my best to add it to my site on the CXL article. So if there is any promotion, you can check my site and see. The third is that the all access plan might be in terms of optionality, like it give you a lot of choice, but you can also have decision paralysis with so many options. So know what works best for you. Are you someone that wants all those options and you can do well with it, or do you get overwhelmed easily? Another thing is that everything is pre-recorded. CXL has personalized live courses called sprints. I'm not sure if they still continue it, but they used to have sprints where it was more live and personalized, more expensive though. And after every lesson in any course, the instructors also give you a empty template to refill based on your data. This is not something that is um, like I've not seen a lot of companies or like a lot of these educational companies give as many templates as CXL gives. So it's pretty nice. Some courses are really useful and some courses aren't good at all. Like I loved some courses, they made me cry tears of joy, and some courses were so outdated that I would much rather you skip them. I have linked all of those courses in the description below, or you can also visit my site if you want to get better links. Because if it's easier to update my site than a YouTube video, which is why I just update the site, and I don't know how long it has been since I've recorded this video. Okay, some alternatives to CXL. So the first alternative is Demand Curve's growth marketing training program. Demand Curve is all text, no audio or video, whereas CXL is audio, video, text AMAs. Julian Shapiro's content, who helped create Demand Curve, is really good, but if you don't have a startup, then you may not be able to extract the most out of that training. I took Demand Curve in early 2022 and found that it was much better for founders, but not full time marketers. There's another alternative. There's another alternative called Reforge, and I've paid them for a few years. They give you their entire course, and it's as dense as CXL, but one level above in terms of strategy, and it is pretty good. I would take it along with CXL, but not without CXL. So you can take CXL without Reforge, but you can't take Reforge without CXL because it is more strategic than tactical. So there's another program called Growth Hackers, and this was founded by Sean Ellis. Sean Ellis is the guy who created this term called growth hacking, which was then rebranded in a much better way to growth marketing. The thing though is that Sean Ellis's program is around yeah, there's one course, I think like a few courses here in growth hackers that um that are taught by partners. They aren't taught by Sean Ellis himself. Whereas CXL does have a course by Sean himself. So it might be a much better fit for you to take CXL versus growth hackers if you're considering this as an option. There are a few more options, like if you go on Udemy or one of these platforms, you'll obviously find far more options. I don't venture into this space because Udemy has the bare minimum instructor vetting system. If I have to try tens of instructors to find the right one, then it's usually a waste of time. Um, CXL has one more option if you're on a budget. Let me see if that is still available. It is called, okay, no, they don't have that program anymore, but it was this Get Hired program where you'd pay like $100 or something and you get hired. It's no longer there, but they also like they're always running some sort of deal. And like right now they have something like a Black Friday deal, as you can see here. Um, let me see if you see it. So yeah, they have a Black Friday deal right now, but earlier they've had a buddy program. They try to come up with unique discounts and deals maybe once or twice a year at most. So if you're around the time zone where you have an opportunity to get a deal, might as well take it. Um, Look, if you've made it this far, it only points to one thing, that you're serious about your future. CXL is one option to get started and probably the easiest because of the diversity that they offer. And sometimes they're offering like deals, discounts, trials, all sorts of things. But take some time to understand how the industry works. I have an article that journeys how I started. In how I started in this field, how did I get my first jobs? What are some bitter truths that I have found working in this field as time passed by? And if you want some course recommendations um, that aren't in this video, you can look on my website under the courses section. I'll also link it below if you'd much rather do that. My recommendation is to start with CXL if they still have that 7-day trial. You don't have to really start the search process all over again if you like it. Use CXL as a stepping stone for a better future. CXL is not a magic bullet. The more you get into growth marketing, the more you realize what you don't know. And CXL is the best way to get a step in the door, but it's not the final step that you'll take. The bottom line is that when where you source your knowledge from is far more important than how much you consume. So even though CXL has a lot of depth in the content, I haven't found a better starting library elsewhere, which is why I like it so much. It is not without its own flaws, but so don't go in with the expectation that you won't be disappointed in some parts. Like with everything in life, if you're looking for perfection, you might not find it, but it is pretty good. Now, can you download CXL for free? CXL is tactical, which means their courses constantly need updating. And the problem with this is you could download the content, but like if you try to torrent, you might even find it, but the content will be outdated. So you're typically spending twice the amount of time learning and then relearning. If you try to do like if you accidentally learned an outdated version of Google Ads or Google Analytics, it's not going to be fun. And if you're lacking the budget, I'd recommend trying to wait for a deal to come by. It doesn't come by very often, or try to reduce the time. So go for a 3 month access period rather than a full year. So, and then if you're not working and you can just learn like 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, then do that. You can, it's probably much better. It's much better to spend some money and get the best quality of education out there rather than try to look for free sources. If one more option for free content is CXL puts a lot of content on their blog. Like it is super dense, and they actually, I think, cover most of the content on their blog, but it is very hard to read through everything. So it depends. Do you want concise, clear, non repetitive information, or would you much rather use the blog, which is free? You could also download the content from the site using some shady methods. Like you can download the videos, but again, if you download it, it's going to live on a hard drive. You have to keep plugging into your laptop to watch. You won't even have transcripts to read along the videos. The templates won't be easily accessible. You lose a lot of motivation along the way, and at the end of it, it just probably won't be worth the effort if your time has any value. But there is a way to obviously get access and download the content if you want that. Um, okay, also, they have a free course, but I don't really do free courses from them, or I wouldn't recommend to do just that. I would much rather you go for the best quality of education out there if time and money are not the biggest constraints for you today. About some other mini degrees in CXL, they have a CXL Analytics mini degree. Some of the content out there is outdated. I have received feedback from students who try to take it that it's not fun. So just double check on that. The industry is shifting to different tools away from Google Analytics um, and Tag Manager. They have another course called CXL's Conversion Rate Optimization Mini Degree. If learning is the goal, this mini degree is great. The content won't ever be outdated. However, it does not teach you how to do in product experiments, and conversion rate optimization is sort of owned by product teams. So, um, yeah, you have to stitch marketing side data to product metrics like activation, retention, engagement metrics, which I don't remember CXL teaching. They might still have it, but I took it years ago, and I'm not sure if they still have it. It's still useful and is a good alternative. Like CXL is still useful and is a good alternative to 15 a course by growth.design, which costs $1,500, which I have taken. Um, but yeah, that is pretty much it. I will link to a lot of resources in the description, so please check it out. I will also, yeah, I will also be happy to help anyone that wants to drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll try my best to respond to those as well. Thank you. Bye.